Let's start a queer outdoor revolution. Hey, I'm Oona and I'm gay. As well as being gay, I have an immense love for the outdoors. I want to spend all my time in the mountains. The aim of this channel, Life with Oons, is I want to create a safe space for all the queer legends that exist out there. I hope to give you some tips and tricks on how to get started in the outdoors if this is completely new to you or are already outdoors and need a community. I just feel like my queerness and my love for the outdoors just don't go together, and I'm trying to change that. And this is what I'm doing with this channel. I'm just putting it out there on the internet and hoping that it will reach the right community. So if this is you, or if you want this to be you, if you have an interest in the outdoors, please subscribe to my channel. My long-term aim is definitely to create a queer community in the outdoors. So what you can expect from this channel, I'm going to be sharing stories about my queer experiences as an outdoor girly. I'm also going to take you on some adventures, on some hikes. I tend to have very unconventional adventures. I know loads of really cool spots that I've discovered that I'm going to be happy to share with you. And I'm going to share some tips and tricks on how to get started. My very first tip that I will give you is don't overthink it. It's really not that deep. It's so easy to get caught up in all the fancy gear that you might need. You really don't, unless you're going out to do glacier climbing, which I really wouldn't recommend as a first experience in the outdoors. Just start easy. All you need really is just a pair of shoes, and even that I've started a lot of barefoot running lately, so you really don't even need shoes. All you need are your feet and your legs. I know it can be scary, but start small. Start with a couple of hours in a forest somewhere. That's the best way to start. I know this is a lot easier in some places than others. One of the reasons why I chose to leave London. But I really think that when there's a will, there's a way. It's just knowing where to go and how to get there. And that's what I want to help you with. Also, don't wait for others. If I had waited for someone to be down for my adventures in my life, I would have only done half of the stuff that I've done. So I know it can be scary to venture out by yourself, but I think there's no greater experience than hiking by yourself. So a little bit about me. I'm half British, half French, and I grew up in both countries, but a little bit more in France. I was raised here, but also spent a lot of time in England, and I've lived in an unreasonable amount of places. I live a very nomadic lifestyle, and it's something that I'm actually trying to change. I want to slow down a little bit. I don't think it's very healthy for me to keep moving everywhere, but I always have this really deep desire to go exploring, and I've been able to explore a vast array of landscapes. Moving around a lot has given me the utmost privilege of getting to experience so many different landscapes. I've lived in New Zealand, which is obviously a hiking paradise, outdoors paradise. I also spent time in Australia. I also lived in Madeira, a volcanic island in the middle of the Atlantic, which is an incredible hiking destination. I came into my queerness a little bit late in life at 23. I had the classic U-Haul lesbian experience where I moved in with my girlfriend and her parents on a small island in a river in Australia after only 2 months of knowing each other. In my defense, it was COVID, but that's a story for another day. I'll elaborate on that. But since being single and queer, I've really struggled to find community, especially in the outdoors. But also just sapphic dating has been a little bit of a nightmare for me. I convinced myself that I needed to be in the city, so my recent stops have been London and Barcelona. I'm going to be sharing a lot of content from Barcelona. For me, I think as a queer outdoorsy person, I think Barcelona is an amazing place to live because there is a really vibrant queer culture, but there's also really accessible outdoor adventures to be had. Living in Barcelona has shown me that the Mediterranean is such an underrated hiking spot. Hiking around the Mediterranean has been such a joy. There are so many beautiful rocky cliffs and just very beautiful turquoise water, but also really lush green forests. Like, Spain has surprised me so much. I feel really upset by the lack of representation of LGBTQ plus legends in the outdoor space. I do understand that rural spaces can be a lot more challenging for visibly queer people. I definitely have the privilege of I'm very straight passing. I'm never so much the target of discrimination. Although that being said, it does come with its own difficulties of being invisible to your community sometimes. But I just want to say that Mother Nature does not discriminate. Mother Nature loves us all, and she will welcome with open arms anyone who decides to venture into her realm. So I just think that we need more queer people outdoors. Although saying that, I do want to give a shout out to some queer outdoor spaces that I've seen on the internet, on the gram. Dykes Who Hikes, I will put a link here. They grew super fast, and it's also what inspired me to start my channel, because it just made me realize that actually there are probably loads of sapphics out there who want to do these kind of things but just don't have the space to do it. And also, you probably may have heard of Patagonia. She's an American drag queen who also has a very strong environmental message. So I definitely recommend that you go and check her out over here. So there you go. I just wanted to try and see if there's anyone on the internet who wants to create a queer outdoor community so that we can organize trips, a group chat or something. I'm trusting the internet. If you want to join me on starting a queer outdoors revolution, please subscribe. I will be posting videos every Monday, and this will help ensure that you are in the know if ever I decide to host some community events, which is definitely the aim for the future, especially Eurocentric ones, especially the Pyrenees. I move location all the time, but currently I'm located near the Pyrenees, and it's a very underrated destination that I would love to explore more. Let's take over the outdoors. Let's go on camping trips. Let's go slacklining, highlining. Anything you want to do, I'm here for it. And I need more friends who want to do this and who are also gay, because I miss you guys. I really miss you guys. And I'm tired of feeling so lonely and just completely isolated in my experience. It sucks, you know? So whenever you're ready, drop a comment in the comment section below. Or, you know, let's hang out. Let's be friends. See you on the trail.